I don't think I do it, but yet I did. I'm finally reviewing something released this century, 2025's Sinners. But since this is a recent release movie, I must warn you, there are spoilers ahead. Also, since the movie hasn't released online yet, that's where I get all my footage from, it's gonna essentially be a slideshow. So in 1932, a pair of brothers, Stack and Smoke, both played by Michael B. Jordan, return to Mississippi and using money stolen, they buy an abandoned sawmill from a racist named Hogwood. What they plan to do with the sawmill, you might ask? Turn that into a juke joint for all their fellow black people. Oh, and you can't leave cousin Sammy, played by Miles Caton in his acting debut, out of fun, because he's a guitarist. And they got a few other people planned in mind. Cornbread, a sharecropper, played by Omar Miller, who's hired to become a bouncer. Delta Slim, played by Deloy Lindo, who's hired to be a piano player there. And of course, Grace Chow, played by Lee Jun Lee, and her husband, Bo, played by Yao. Smoke and Stack even reunite with their significant others. Annie, played by Wunmi Mosaku, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, Smoke's wife, and Mary, played by Hallie Steinfeld. You know, Gwen Stacy from the Spider-Verse films. But you might be saying, hey, where's the horror part of this movie? Don't worry. We're talking about that next. So there's a guy named Remick, played by Jack O'Connell, who runs away from some vampire hunters and runs into a KKK house. Fortunately, because KKKs are racist, Remick eats them. At the juke joint, it's basically a party over there. Playing music, just having fun, you know. Unfortunately, the music attracts the vampires, and unfortunately, Mary goes out and gets bitten by them. Mary then returns acting all casual before biting Stack. From there, it goes into Crazy Town. Annie then turns into Van Helsing, explaining all the vampire mythos and all that, before the vampires, now growing rapidly, attack the juke joint. With the exception of Sam and Smoke, no one in the juke joint survives that night. Grace kills Bo, now a vampire, by setting themselves on fire. Annie is bitten by Stack and forces Smoke to kill her. And Rennet and all the other vampires eventually burn to death as the sun rises. Later that day, Smoke faces off against Hogwood and the KKK and wins, but at the cost of his life as Hogwood shoots him down. Sammy then leaves Mississippi and heads to Chicago to become a blues singer. 6 years later, an unaged Smoke and Stack visit him and basically just catch up with him. Overall, I'd say the acting is great, the vampire lore is awesome, and to me it almost feels like a Blackula movie set in the 30s, but made in the modern day 20s. Overall, I rate this movie a 10 out of 10. If you want to check it out, it's now playing in the theater, so go get it while it's hot.